The usual, the Hatelins turn on LeBron James and start calling LeBron James every name under the sun because, he's not promoting Angel Reese.
More people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane. Caitlyn Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
It started with a single sentence from LeBron James, and it set the entire WNBA on fire. During an episode of his podcast, LeBron was asked about the rising stars of the WNBA. Without hesitation, he said, "Caitlyn Clark is great for the game. She's bringing eyes to the league. We should be supporting her, not tearing her down."
In the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlyn has a great head on her shoulder. She seems like it. I don't think I've ever met her.
That was it. Just one line, one endorsement. But within hours, it triggered a chain reaction that no one saw coming, especially not Angel Reese. Because in the fragile balance of WNBA politics, a word from someone like LeBron James isn't just commentary. It's validation, it's power, it's influence on a scale most players could only dream of. And when he chose to throw that weight behind Caitlyn Clark, the implications were seismic.
And it's because of Caitlyn Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it f***ed up. Caitlyn Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
Angel Reese, the LSU phenom and current Chicago Sky forward, didn't respond right away. But insiders say she was livid, not just because LeBron praised Clark, but because of what wasn't said. There was no mention of Angel, no shout-out for her own accomplishments, no acknowledgement of her own massive role in bringing attention to women's basketball.
But I'm rooting for Caitlyn because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills.
To Angel, that silence was deafening. Behind the scenes, tension had already been simmering between Reese and Clark ever since their college rivalry at LSU and Iowa. Their Final Four showdown in 2023 became one of the most watched games in women's basketball history, and when Reese taunted Clark with the "you can't see me" hand gesture, it didn't just go viral, it divided the sports world. Some called her confident, others called her unsportsmanlike. But what Angel remembered most was how quickly the world rushed to defend Clark, while she was vilified. And now, more than a year later, the same pattern was playing out. Clark was getting praise, this time from King James himself, while Reese was left in the shadows. That stung, because if anyone had fought tooth and nail to prove herself in this league, it was Angel Reese. She took hard fouls. She played through injuries. She dealt with criticism, slander, and relentless social media scrutiny. And through it all, she kept showing up. Double-doubles, game-winning rebounds, lockdown defense. She was grinding. But the headlines kept saying one name, Caitlyn Clark.
This year, I don't dislike LeBron. I'm not necessarily crazy about him. I do admire him for sticking to his principles regardless of hate. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares, to be honest.
So when LeBron added fuel to that fire, it wasn't just disappointing. It felt like betrayal. Sources close to Reese say she took the comment personally, not because she hates Clark, but because she's tired. Tired of being overlooked. Tired of being reduced to a villain. Tired of watching a system reward the safe face of women's basketball while ignoring the players who've carried the league's culture for years. That frustration boiled over after a post-game interview when a reporter asked Reese about LeBron's comment.
Because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing.
She paused, took a breath, then said, "I hear everything. I see who people choose to uplift and who they choose to ignore." It wasn't direct, but it didn't need to be. Everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. The clip went viral within minutes. Fans dissected every word, every pause, every facial expression. Twitter lit up. ESPN aired the segment in prime time. And for the second time this month, the WNBA wasn't just in the news, it was the news. The reaction split the internet. One side argued Reese was being petty, insecure, or jealous. "Let Clark have her moment," they said. "Stop making everything about you." The other side saw it differently. They saw a black woman speaking truth to power. They saw someone brave enough to call out the biases that still shape women's sports.
Someday they will realize what she has done for all the players in the league. Charter planes, increase in salary, sold out crowd, improved TV ratings, and LeBron James likes to post.
Where was LeBron's support when Angel was getting death threats after the Final Four? One tweet read, "Funny how they love strong women until those women stop being silent." Even former players jumped in. Shamik Holdsclaw tweeted, "Angel Reese has been through hell and still shows up with her head high. Don't ever question her value to this league." Candace Parker posted a more measured response. "There's room for all of us, but let's be honest, the spotlight isn't distributed equally." The spotlight, that was the real issue, because what LeBron said wasn't wrong. Caitlyn is good for the game. She is attracting millions of fans, driving ticket sales, getting new eyes on the sport.
I don't think I've met her before, but it seems like everything is going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal.
But the problem is when the narrative becomes so singular that everyone else, especially the ones who made the game watchable long before Clark arrived, get shoved aside. Angel Reese represents more than just herself. She represents the players who had to scream to be heard, who were labeled aggressive for the same behavior others called competitive, who didn't have Nike commercials or Wall Street Journal profiles when they entered the league, but still packed stadiums with their hustle and heart. LeBron's comment, however innocent, reignited that old wound, and the league felt it. Suddenly, the media was obsessed with the Reese versus Clark narrative all over again. SportsCenter segments, TikTok debates, debate shows like First Take and Undisputed dissecting their every move. Angel Reese, once again, was cast as the antagonist in someone else's movie. But this time, she wasn't playing along. In her next game, she played with fire, put up 19 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks. She flexed, she taunted, and after every bucket, she made sure to look directly into the camera. It was her way of saying, "Don't forget who I am." After the game, a reporter asked her what motivated her performance. She smiled. "Let's just say I had a little extra motivation tonight." It was the kind of performance that demanded respect, but whether she would get it, that was still up in the air. Because now, the WNBA finds itself caught in the middle of an uncomfortable truth. Its growth is being fueled by a rookie, but its identity was shaped by players like Angel Reese. The tension isn't just personal, it's structural. It's about who gets celebrated and who gets sidelined, about who gets framed as a star and who gets told to wait their turn. It's about race. It's about power. It's about image. And it's far from over. LeBron hasn't commented further, but his words have already reshaped the conversation. Whether he meant to or not, he poured gasoline on a rivalry that was already too hot to touch. And now everyone's watching. Every Clark bucket, every Reese rebound, every stare down, every post-game quote. This isn't just about basketball anymore, it's about territory. Caitlyn Clark may be the face of the league, but Angel Reese is its soul, and she's not going anywhere. So the next time someone with power speaks, whether it's LeBron, the media, or a league executive, they'll have to choose their words carefully. Because Angel Reese is listening, and this time, she's not staying quiet,